Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Alyssa and I am a part-time reseller on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, ThredUp, and Flip. This video is going to be a little bit different. It is going to be talking about Q4, which is October, November, and December every year. Kind of what my strategies are, what my goals are, kind of how I'm going to be grinding, hustling to make sales and meet my goals this quarter. Before we kind of dive into all of the nitty-gritty details, I do want to just have a short disclaimer. So I am by no means an expert in Q4 strategies in reselling. I've only been reselling for about a year now. I started in September of 2020, so I'm still learning. I have been through one Q4 before, obviously last year of 2020, but by no means am I an expert. I'm just kind of learning and taking the things that I learned last year and applying and actually really changing the whole entire wheel of how I'm going to operate Q4 for my reselling business. I also want to mention that my business is not your business. It's not anyone else's business. Some of my strategies may apply to you and some of them may not. I kind of just wanted to make this video in case you were like me last year, my first year of reselling, and I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea where to start. Like, what should I even be doing? How do I make sales? You know, it's one of the busiest shopping times of the year is Q4. The holidays are upon us, and how do you sort of maximize your strategies? What should your goals be? So I'm going to share with you my experiences, kind of what my strategies are, and you can take any piece of it, all of the pieces of it if you'd like, and apply them to your reselling business, or you can completely come up with them on your own, sort of create your own strategies. If you do that, please let me know. I'm always trying to learn. I think knowledge sharing is so important, which is also why I started this reseller YouTube channel, because there's not a lot of transparency in the reseller community and it gets so frustrating at times. And I thought doing this, trying to be as transparent as possible with you guys and gals and everything in between, then, you know, we can have that knowledge share with each other and be able to benefit off one another. So the structure of this video is we'll go over three things. One, what my goals are. Two, what my strategies are. And then three, kind of looking ahead to 2022. I know we're still in 2021, but I'm a planner and I'm already thinking about my goals for 2022. So that's what we're gonna go over at the very end. There are timestamps below in the description box. So if you wanna skip to any particular portion, by all means, feel free to do so. If you enjoy reseller content across all reseller platforms, please consider hitting the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. You know, comment below, give me a thumbs up. It does actually really help me know what kind of videos and content to put out there. Yeah, let's jump into what my goals are for the Q4. So I really only have three goals, but they're kind of big goals that all kind of break down myself off camera to really accomplish them. The first one is to make $600 in profit per month. Not revenue, not sales, profit. So that's minus platform fees, it's minus shipping discounts, it's minus my cost of goods, and then what I'm left with, for me, that will be my profit. I don't take into account in that number like my Vendu subscription, my photo room subscription, my couple other subscriptions I have. That's not the number I'm really focused on. It's more of just what's kind of coming out of the platform, specifically from clothing. 2022, I'm going to be focused on reducing those expenses, but for now, we're just focusing on, revenue minus cost of goods equals my profit. That's what we're talking about here for the $600 each month for October, November, and December. The second goal is to list everything, like literally everything that I need to list. I have a 100 item sports box that needs to be listed. The haul will, I think, be coming up next week. If you're interested in that. I also have 2 Jomar boxes that are arriving hopefully soon. I ordered them like a month ago. So those will need to get listed. I have a couple other just like little things here and there that need to get listed. So all of that needs to get listed in Q4, and my hope is that I have it listed within 2 weeks of it being delivered to my apartment. The sports box, I'm already over that 2-week mark, but 90% of it is photographed. So I just have to list it, and there's a lot of repetitives, which you'll see in the haul later. My third goal for Q4 is kind of more personal, but definitely applies to reselling. It's to clean out my apartment. I am probably a hoarder in some regards, and so I really want to binge clean, get rid of a bunch of stuff in our apartment. My boyfriend has already sort of cleaned out his closet, so I want to do that with my closet. I want to do this with all the nooks and crannies, especially our kitchen. I have so many gadgets we don't use, and resell them, see what I can get for them. So really, I just want to declutter my apartment. I recently came across this really awesome YouTuber. Her name is The Clutterbug, I believe. I'll link it down below, but she has this sort of challenge, totally free, that's going on, and I'm starting a couple weeks late, but I'm just gonna, start at week 1 and work my way through and just clean our apartment. I want so much crap gone. I'm tired of looking at it. I'm tired of trying to hunt things down and rummaging through things. So I want to list it for dirt cheap, and I just want to get it gone out of my life, out of sight, out of mind, forever. So now let's talk strategies, the fun part of Q4. Basically, it's everything I'm going to be doing to help the goals I already laid out. So one strategy I have, which you should be doing every day, but I'm kind of upping the ante on it, which is sharing. So I really want to share my closet between 10 to 15 times a day, and ideally about 2 during the evening party. I do use Posture VA, and there's an affiliate link in the description below, but you could also do it just manually. It's still pretty fast on Poshmark, and that will hopefully get my items to the top of the just shared list, 10 to 15 times each and every day. So I hope that will give me some advantage to a lot of people who are shopping during Q4 right now, and they'll be able to see my items first. The second strategy I have is sending offers to likers, and not just any offers to likers, really aggressive offers to likers. Like I said, I have so much to list, and I need stuff gone. My storage closet is beyond max capacity, and I need the stuff out of my life, and so I'm willing to send very aggressive offers, probably max 50%, but ideally I'll be sending between 20 and 30 to begin, and probably maybe once or maybe every other week I'll be sending out about 50% off to likers. And then if that doesn't work, nobody's purchasing, it's getting relisted. Which brings us to the next strategy is I use Vendoo as a cross-listing platform, and so with Vendoo's help and sort of their system, which is super easy to use, you can just search on YouTube how to use Vendoo. There's tons of videos, but I'm going to be using Vendoo to relist my entire closet, likely twice. So once at the end of October and once at the end of November. I will be sending out those 50% offers to likers that I mentioned before I relist my entire closet. So I hope that will help sort of, put my items in the just in category, and then you put it on top of sharing 10 to 15 times a day. I'll be landing in multiple search options on the platform. Every time I relist, I'm going to kind of reanalyze the listing. So adding more keywords, maybe redescribing the item, creating clearer photographs, maybe editing it a little bit to make it attractive, trying to find stock photos if I don't have them already, but trying to make the listing as attractive as possible for buyers to purchase it. In addition to sending 50% off to likers and relisting and sharing, I will be running a few sales during the time. Normally my sales sales I do 50% off. It's just so easy to do the math. I typically have great success rates with my 50% off sales. And so I'm hoping, you know, as people are shopping and really looking for these sales, especially around like Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, you know, getting into December, like that's really when we be pounding the pavement to sell, sell, sell and get this stuff out of my closet and my apartment because it is taking up too much space. However, I will add, last year I did run a Black Friday sale, which I will not be doing this year. I think it's just too many people are out and about, you know, physically in stores. Even last Black Friday with COVID, it just wasn't successful and everyone was running a Black Friday sale. Like, you could pretty much buy anything you wanted and it would likely be on sale in someone's closet. So I will sort of strategize around that. It'll likely be the week before Thanksgiving or the week after Thanksgiving to really ensure that I'm not conflicting with those bigger sort of retail holidays, right? And then the other sale will likely be at the end of October before I relist my whole closet or the beginning of November, sort of like a thankful sale, a grateful sale, sort of advertising it, marketing it that way, like thankful, grateful for my customers and for Poshmark and just offering everybody 50% off. So before we jump into the outlook into 2022 here, there's one thing that I didn't mention as a strategy or a goal, which is sourcing. I will not be sourcing anymore this year because I have no space. This is like the third time I've mentioned it in this video, but I don't have space and my boyfriend is getting very annoyed with the amount of boxes in our apartment. I do rent a small storage closet in our building, which is great, but it's 2x6. Which is not big enough for my reselling business. There's some stuff in our personal closet, but it's just overwhelming right now. And I really want to enjoy the holidays with my family because I have not been home for the past 2 years. Last year because of COVID, and then the year before I was doing an internship in Florida and I didn't have the opportunity to come home. This year I am going back home to California, and so I'm very excited and I just want to relax. I want to have some fun with them. I want to be able to enjoy the time and not be stressed about my reselling business, but I also want to set myself up for success going into 2022. And now I think that's a perfect transition to talk about kind of the look ahead to 2022 and kind of what my reselling business will look like and kind of an outline of my goals. I'll do a much deeper dive into all of these probably in December as we gear up for the new year, but kind of the reasonings for a lot of these strategies, you'll kind of get why I'm doing them as you hear kind of my outlook for 2022. The very beginning of 2022, I'm going to be doing a complete inventory audit. So I'm going to go through every single piece of inventory in my storage, make sure it's on Vendu, it's listed on Poshmark, listed on eBay, and listed on Mercari. And if it's not, I need to fix it. If I'm missing an item and it just never got listed, I need to list it. And so I'm trying to sell as much as I can so that inventory audit does not take as much time as my previous inventory audits, which could literally take me an entire day to complete. I also want to get rid of a bunch of stuff because I want to get rid of that storage closet in my apartment building. It's $50 a month, which in the grand scheme of things, it's not a lot, but it's $600 a year if you times 50 by 12. And I'm done with that. I would much rather invest that $600 back in. And one of the things that my boyfriend and I are doing is we're gonna get rid of our dresser. We just don't really use it. We're gonna downsize it. And so it'll open up a bunch of closet space for us. And hopefully I'll be able to transfer all of that inventory into our closet before we move, which is something else kind of that we'll chat about. We just re-signed our lease for this apartment for 6 more months. I've been very adamant about leaving this apartment building. It's not my favorite, but you know, it's a roof over my head. I'm very grateful, so I'm not going to complain, but it's just not big enough, especially for the growth I want my reselling business to have. We need an extra bedroom. Right now it's a 1 bedroom, 1 bath. It's just not enough space for 2 people and 2 cats and a dog. and my reselling business. So we will be moving likely at the end of March, beginning of April of 2022. So the less inventory I have to manage, transfer, probably redo my inventory system when we get into a new apartment, the better. And that's kind of why I'm like sell, and not source, because that is just not what I need to be doing right now. No more items need to come through this apartment, I should say. And then once I do get moved into, this new apartment, and hopefully it's a nice size second bedroom, I'll be able to scale a lot faster, really improve a lot of other, pieces of my reselling business, maybe join a new platform or really focus more in on eBay, which I would love to do, which just hasn't been a priority right now. I also may want to do a Poshmark boutique. I may also want to expand further onto ThredUp. Maybe by that time I will be able to order more labels on ThredUp. Maybe it'll be a nice holiday present to us all that ThredUp gives us all permissions to give labels back. I'm not holding my breath, but that would be nice. And then really just hitting the bins, finding more items for cheap and then listing them, really scaling my business and trying to see how much more profit I can make. And that's really the end of this video. I hope this video was helpful. Maybe you'll implement some of my strategies into your reselling business for Q4, or maybe you'll create some of your own goals. Actually, I would love to know what your goals are. Like I said, knowledge sharing is power. And so leave me a comment, like what are your goals for Q4 over the next, 2.5 months from the posting of this video here? What are your goals whenever you're watching this video? And how do you want your business to grow, or do you want your business to grow? Leave me a comment. Would love to engage with each and every one of you that way. And make sure you hit the subscribe button below. Would love for you to follow along this reselling journey. But that's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please consider giving it a big thumbs up and let me know what questions you have. I want to be that resource for you, but I hope you keep grinding, keep hustling, but take the time for yourself. Make sure you relax, watch the Netflix, watch the Hulu, and I'll see you